when working with the color in your name design, we're going to have a pattern that we have to follow inside of each triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 triangles to start with, and we'll put a simple name in here. We'll just put the name Bailey in here. And I'm not making this terribly creative because the purpose is just to show you the pattern. Okay, so once we get this pattern started, we have 3 colors, and we're going to call those colors 1, 2, and 3. Okay? 1, 2, and 3 could be red, green, blue. They could be whatever colors you choose, but to get the pattern started, we're going to start with just the numbers. So every shape, positive and negative, will have a number. But the problem is we can't let this shape, which is now labeled color 1, touch the next shape and be the same color. So this next shape will have to be a 2 or a 3. And now that the B, the shape of the B is 2, the interior circles of the B have to be either 1 or 3 or both. So I'm going to say 3 on those. And then I go next to the 2 of the B, and I'm going to say 1. And then maybe 3 on the A, and 2 and 1. And that 3 of the A is going to touch a 2. The L can be a 1. This can be a 3. And I'm going to go through the whole thing, making sure that all of those numbers don't have a shape that touches them that's the same number. So as I go through, I'll just number these like so. So there's no shape that has a number that touches a shape that's the same number. Once we've established that, then we're going to repeat that pattern over here by simply starting, instead of with 1, we're going to start with 2. So right here, for the second triangle, I'll start with 2, then I'll do 3, then I'll do 1. Which simply means that this set of numbers represents this triangle. This set of numbers represents this triangle. So everywhere in triangle 1, there is a number 1. It now becomes a 2. So I look for all of the 1s, and where my, let me do that in black for you. Where my shapes mirror out, like so, everywhere there is a 1 in the first one, it is going to turn to a 2 in the second one. And everywhere there is a 2, it's going to turn to a 3. And everywhere it's a 3, it will turn to a 1. 1 becomes 2, 3 becomes 1, 2 becomes 3, 1 becomes a 2, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, when we do the third triangle, which would be this down here, and we transfer that design again, it would become a 3, 1, and 2. So everywhere in the second triangle, which is this set of numbers, it's a 2. It now becomes a 3 in the third one. And after that, we just start over again with the first set. Okay? Just a hint, I would avoid trying to make your negative space all the same color. If you notice this negative space, I made 1. This negative space, I made 2. This negative space, I made 3. If you do all the negative space the same color, which is possible, it identifies the name more, and it doesn't make the kaleidoscope effect as effective. You want it to be more random and more colorful.